Ciao Renato, ciao a tutti, buonasera, welcome to Venice, buonasera to all of you. I definitely need sunglasses, and so I just got the head, a new haircut, which is definitely hot, but you can definitely tell that I really need. Ciao Linda! Ciao Basil. I definitely need sunglasses or anything similar. It's definitely really hot, as you can see. Hot enough. No, it's not hot. I don't feel it. 94 degrees. I already melted down. Ciao. Happy to see you again. Summer version, absolutely, and you can tell that 2 days ago I was totally fed up, had enough, and even up in the mountains last Sunday it was hot. Only going to be 41. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't know. We are expecting. Ciao, ciao a tutti. Is there a collective? None for no, the problem is that it's extremely hot. No, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I don't know what is going to happen, but it's going to be for sure melting. So 94 degrees, we're expecting to go up to 100, 102, 103, who knows what. The usual crowd is here. Yeah, the happy bunch, as usual. I veneziani virtuali, sicuramente sì, Nina. Sì, diciamo che in questa zona qua siamo super tranquilli, non c'è nessuno che da questa parte abbiamo un po' di barche, ma oltre a quello siamo veramente tranquilli. Yeah, this entire area is extremely quiet, as you will figure it out, and we are extremely laid back. We never hit this part of Venice in our tour, but you will see that it's super quiet. Is pretty much a test that, so we see how the connection is going to be. At the moment everything is working well. Ciao Anna, talking the dusk walk should be cooler. We are both happy to see you, Igor, and not in London too. Ciao Hazel, ciao David, ciao. I think so. Actually, I believe that he went into Trafalgar Square and put the feet into the water, actually. And I really believe that it's pretty hot there too. Sorry, give me a second. Yeah, as you can see, we got a really amazing sunset at the moment. Ciao, ciao to all of you. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to find a good position with the camera, because everywhere I'm moving the focus is funny, but even the colors, they're going to be a kind of funny. Let's see, we try to do our best as usual. Ciao, ciao a tutti, welcome to I Love You Venice channel. Thank you as usual to be so many connected. Thank you for following and supporting us. That is extremely important for us. Tonight we're going to have a walking tour that is going to take us in, as usual, in the quiet areas away from all the big crowds, and this is going to be a kind of a lovely, nice, relaxing walk. And we are going to be live tonight in our Facebook page, I Love You Venice. We're going to be live in my page, Tour Leader Venice, in Instagram, and you can have the live chat over there. For those of you that are connected via YouTube, later on they're going to open up the chat. For those of you that are connected via Facebook or Instagram, unfortunately I cannot see the chat box. I cannot answer directly. See, at this point I believe that I'm live through Instagram, Facebook. Ciao Linda, ciao to all of you, or maybe one of Dolce & Gabbana. Oh, let's try. Yeah, it's pretty much 7:30. Definitely let's try to turn the camera. Buonasera to all of you. Benvenuti a Venezia. Thank you for following I Love You Venice channel. And we start to enjoy this amazing view. Look at here. Look how quiet and beautiful this area is. So none of our tour have come this far. It's a pretty interesting section, this one. You might recognize a bunch of interesting islands here and there. Let me see if I can zoom a bit. Yeah, for all the aficionados, for all our supporters, to all our friends, so you can, if any of you are ever in Venice, be sure to reach to reach out. Yeah, Neil, here we go. Our tour with him. Yeah, thank you, Neil. So this time, as you can see, we are in a totally different area that I don't think that none of our virtual tours, but none of the tours that I done it virtual from this point, we never come this far actually. And as you can see, we are in a really remote area at this real moment. Just to give you a few ideas, where are we? And so let me see, somewhere over there we got Burano. So the colorful island with the colorful houses. This entire section that is coming right in front of us is pretty much reclaimed land. That at the moment we got plenty of seagulls that they are there, and this entire area is a brand new part that we built it up to protect the island of San Michele, San Michael. See, brava, Svalmanga. That is definitely the lace land. So let me see if we can get a better view. But Murano is somewhere over there. Burano is somewhere over there. Next door we got Torcello, that has been the first habitated island. We got San Giacomo in Paludo, that is St. James in the Swamp island, that is over there. And then of course we got our beautiful island of Murano, that is definitely more than 800 years that we are producing glass, and we are trying to keep the secret of glass blowing exactly in the island of Murano. And somewhere here we should have our final destination, our cemetery, San Michele. Ciao to all of you. Yeah, this would have been pretty interesting, just having a short swim across. It would be just perfect, especially with this beautiful heat, and swimming around this area will be really amazing. We're having a bunch of problems at this real moment, especially it's Igor. Ciao Beth, it's definitely Igor. And the major problem that we're having during this summer season is mainly with jellyfish, and the entire population is overgrowing, and especially in the area of the Lido, we got the entire sea that is a kind of brown, and they all got down this area for reproduction. It never happened before. I mean, we had jellyfish, and that is pretty good because it means that the sea is really nice and clean. And really recently we're having a family of something like 12 dolphins that they are around this area, that they are swimming not far from the Lido Island. Oh, here we go. We are able to see some jellyfish. Give me a second. That is somewhere over there. Let me see if I can go any closer. They just disappear. That we got the waves. c'è uno spazio nel cimitero? Sì, il mio. Anthony sta aspettando me, uno spazio nel cimitero. Yeah, do we have still empty spots in the cemetery? Yes, he's waiting for mine. Wait a second, that I just saw the jellyfish again. Let me see if I'm able to get it. Wait, let me put the finger. That is somewhere over there. But believe me, there's a little one that is swimming right there at the moment. So it's really difficult to focus it because it's really tiny. Yeah, beautiful jellyfish, absolutely. And let's see again. Let's have the last try. Oh, it's right there. He's right there at the moment. There. That's the Medusa garden. So you can clearly see that it's just happily swimming there. So Italians, they are thinking about what we do with all these medusas, with all these jellyfish, if we're going to have new spaghetti sauce or anything similar. And that is a kind of interesting. Yeah, the colors at this real moment, they are just fantastic. Let me slowly move around that so you can have a full 360 degrees. Anthony, cosa succede quando il cimitero è pieno? Allora, praticamente adesso stiamo facendo, un sacco di gente sta andando verso la cremazione e quindi recuperiamo spazio e un sacco di gente va verso la zona di Mestre Marghera per essere seppelliti. Yeah, what is gonna happen when the entire cemetery is totally full? And so slowly we're getting to cremation, and so you can decide to leave your urn directly into the Venice cemetery, and so in this way you are not occupying a lot of space. But and when it's totally full, actually we do have a cemetery in the Lido, or otherwise even in the area of Mestre Marghera we do have cemeteries that they are situated over there. And so we got again the entire area of Burano, Lace, we got Torcello, where Ernest Hemingway he would spend a little bit of time. We got the entire area where we got the productions of tomatoes, eggplants, artichokes, and the entire area over there is Sant'Erasmo, and that's from where the word artichokes is coming from, because in Venetian here we say artichokki, artichokes, it sounds pretty much the same. And in Italian we are normally saying carciofi, so carciofi Italian, artichokes in English, and artichokki in Venetian. Yeah, the view is just spectacular at the moment, and so it's just beautiful, lovely, great reflections. We got the shade of the Dolomites that is exactly there, and this entire area is where we're going to hold the Winter Olympic Games in 2026, and this is going to happen between Venice and Milan, pretty much in 2026. And so it's gonna worth a little tour right over there in between around the 2026. So beautiful here, is so muggy and wet. What is the temperature, Neil? So we're around 94 degrees. It's awful. And so I'm around in Venice since what, 7:30 of this morning. This is pretty much the last thing that I will be doing, but this morning it was just too much. So I walked from the train stations to Ponte dell'Accademia, to the Academy Bridge, which is probably a 20 minutes walk from me. At that point, when I reached the Academia Bridge, it was a disaster because I was totally wet. and so you definitely need 200 showers in half a second just to keep yourself cool. Well, let's say we got around 38 degrees Celsius, 94 Fahrenheit. The problem is the humidity. That time for a spritz, Basil, that was a half an hour ago, it was 1 hour ago, and so I don't think that the spritz is gonna be enough. I need a bucket, a swimming pool of spritz today. If it's not a spritz, a beer is gonna be good enough too, so no complaint about that. And this is definitely the best time of the day, I believe, and so the view is just perfect. Golden hours, and if it happened to come in this area, this is one of the best viewpoint from my point of view. Winter time it might be a bit foggy, but it's gonna be just perfect. 80 here plus the humidity. Nice, Linda. No, let's say if you're coming during winter in this area, it will be really nice because it's always quiet. You might have a bunch of locals that they are doing jogging, they are promenading a little bit. But other than that, everything is extremely beautiful and quiet, and so we cannot complain. And nice and comfy, 19 degrees here. No. See, that's right, and so we go extreme, but the other thing is we are in Celestia, Celestia. What does it mean? We are exactly right by the walls of the Arsenal, the Arsenale. For the aficionados, somewhere over there we got Fondamenta 9, right over there we got the hospital, not far from here we got San Francesco della Vigna, San Francis of the Vineyard, and San Michele subito, sì, esatto Nina, San Michele è là, quindi at this point Fondamenta 9, they are on our left hand side. We got San Michele, we got the area of Murano, and on the other side, actually on Murano, we got the entire area of the airport. So this spot is going to be again beautiful, especially because all the locals, they're coming for a little breeze with the boats, and especially the majority of the locals, they're normally going down that way to section of Sant'Erasmo that is called El Baccana, that is the beach for the locals. And right over there we got the Torre Maximiliana, that is actually the tower that has been built up by the Austro-Hungarian Empire when they were here, when Maximilian was here, to control that nobody would get into Venice. Next door to the Baccan beach we got another beautiful area, which is the island of the Certosa, where they built up amazing yachts and lovely boats. Right in that area you can still rent vintage boats, and that is gonna be pretty cool. You can do kayaks in the Certosa island. Dove si prende il traghetto per andare a Torcello? Fondamenta 9, sì Anthony. Allora si prende il vaporetto numero 12 che ti porta da Venezia Fondamenta 9 fino a Murano, Murano a Mazzorbo, Mazzorbo a Burano si scende e si cambia per prendere la barca che ti porta a Torcello. Yeah, definitely the question is, how do I go from Venice to Torcello? Definitely you need to go to Fondamenta 9, which is the water bus stop somewhere there. You get the Vaporetto, the water bus number 12. That line is going to do Venice to Murano, Murano to Mazzorbo, Mazzorbo to Burano. Once that you're getting off in Burano, you change for the boat that is going to take you to Torcello. Igor, do we still need to use Fido Beach if the furry pal wants to swim. See, you're right. We got the Fido Beach, we got the dog beach, that is the one in Bacan. And so if you're coming to Italy with your furry friend, especially if it is a dog, you can definitely rent a boat. You can put Fido, the dog, into the boat. At that point, you can reach the Bacan beach, and it is a dog-friendly beach. And all our lovely furry companions, they are going to be extremely happy to have a swim. And so this morning I saw a bunch of furry friends that they were having a lovely boat ride, and they really had enough of the heat, and sometimes they were jumping into the water. And there were some Labradors, of course. If they were not Labradors, they were the other furry one. Give me a second. I need to think about, but anyway, I saw a bunch of them. We had, this morning, oh, here we go, we got a furry friend that is on the way. The tongue is pretty long. I believe that is a kind of hot at the moment too. But let's say this is a great spot to promenade with the long dog. Ciao, 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 ciao. Here we go, our furry friend that is exactly there, that is having fun, especially because now it's slowly cooling down. Otherwise, we all melt down. Yeah, as you can see, we might have different kind of size of dogs and breeds. The majority they are mixed. At this real moment in Italy, what is really popular are French bulldogs. But other than that, we got huskies. I believe that the biggest dog that we got in town, it's a big fight between Great Danes and Alaskan Malamutes. And then we got a mix of everything. See, you're right, that I got a pretty long shadow, and he's exactly there. See, you're right, it's really long at this moment. So sunset, it will be around 8:30ish approximately, and by 9 going to 9:30 it's gonna be pretty the dusk and kind of dark. But this area, as you can see, is just phenomenal. If you are looking a place to promenade without tourists, being quiet, hands up for this one. You can clearly see that the vista is beautiful. Absolutely right. The scenario is amazing. But as you saw, we meet up 2 or 3 people. Going to be walking until 9:30? I don't think so. I'm gonna die before today. Where is this narrow walkway? It looks like it is just metal walkway nailing into the back of the building. No, you're right, Basil. That's exactly how everything is. But give me a second. Let me try to show you everything. We let the people go. But so this is the water bus stop of Celestia, Celestia, and as you can see, the entire walkway is all suspended right here. The entire walls are the northern walls of the Arsenale. In a second I will be able to show you everything. Look, we got even the street sign. If you keep going along this way, you're going to find the house number 7013 until 7022. And so the poor man that is doing the delivery is gonna take a long walk. Such a sunset, only Venice. Greetings to everyone. Ciao, ciao Marek. Ciao, buonasera. No, the sunset in this area is really super. Of course, even the Zattere, the area in the southern part of Venice is pretty good, but this area I really prefer because it's super quiet. Look, the boat that is arriving right now for us is called Bragozzo. It's a beautiful boat that is normally, it has been built up right here in Venice, especially around the 1800. It was a working boat. So the view, as you can see, is sensational. Give me a second, Basil, but I will be able to show you the entire metal structure in a little second. As you can see, we got a little marina. That's exactly where the locals they are normally living in this area, because it's a big residential area. And behind of this block of buildings, we are still having, how many houses are there? A lot, Nina, because it's the one of the most popular areas, and a lot of locals they are coming to live here. And somewhere over there we would have had barracks. Here military, they would learn how to drive boats, how to sail with the boats in the marines or submarines and all these kind of things. Of course, the walls that we're starting to see right now, those are still the walls of the Arsenal, of the shipyard that has been developed almost 1,000 years ago, and to protect the Arsenal, the shipyard. And you have to know that 800 years ago, exactly in this area, we would have had approximately 20 to 30,000 submarines. Yeah, because the second, sorry, trying to refix everything. Let me see if I can give you a view. There we go. And so the entire idea is that you can clearly see the entire walls. And so 800 years ago, we would have had approximately 20 up to 30,000 people that were working just behind these walls, and they were able to assemble a ship, a boat in something like 24 hours. Yeah, you can see our lovely friends that they are going for a walk. You can see that the entire area here is totally suspended, and so as long that you are getting off of the water bus stop of Celestia, it's really easy. You just walk this way, you come out, and then you just go up the steps, and there we go. You can clearly see that it's all suspended, and you can easily walk right on the top of this section, which is just really nice, phenomenal, beautiful, and no problem. So it really worth a little visit. Sorry, let me fix the view. Let me show you this entire section. Think about that a while ago when we were having problems with Black Death, plague, and all these kind of things. The general idea was, hey folks, hey Venetians, just come inside of the walls of the Arsenal, because in this way you are not going to be affected by any kind of disease. Of course, it didn't happen, and 2/3 of the population in the 1500 or 1600 they die by Black Death problems or anything similar. Yeah, this entire area is completely different of what we saw until this point around Venice. As you can see, it's really, really, really different. And as long that you are coming in this area, I really like the square that I will show you in a second. Mainly because it's quiet, it's lovely, it's relaxing. You're normally having the kids that they play football, soccer in the square. Thank you, Anna. È ancora un arsenale, allora non più, ovvero c'è un pezzo che è un museo, non costruiamo più le navi, c'è la mostra degli yacht o delle navi che accade una volta all'anno, però non costruiamo più navi, però abbiamo tutta la parte del museale che è interessante, ma abbiamo tutta la sessione là che è veramente incredibile, soprattutto perché in quella zona là è interessante, scusate che ho perso il filo, quella zona là è interessante perché c'è un pezzo della Biennale. Yeah, the entire area of the Arsenal for us is spectacular because it's really laid back, it's quiet, and we got part of the Arsenal that we got the Biennale, and so the modern art exhibition that is on every 2 years. Yeah, this area is really nice, quiet, lovely, and relaxing. Yeah, we saw two tourists that they just got here. They has been meet up with the landlord. Let me see, Brian. What age? How old are these apartment blocks? The ones behind you looks more recent. Sì. Ciao Debra, welcome to the club. The apartments that we just saw they are really recent. That they are dated back in the 60s or 70s, and so they are really. They are still social houses. And look at this one, Campo della Celestia. It used to be part of the Venetian archives. But right in the past, between 1873 and 1943, this one it was the headquarter. Let me see, can't make it bigger. The headquarter of the people that they were driving, as we said, the boats and they were sailboats, and it was definitely part of the Venetian Marines. And that is a really interesting area and totally off the beaten path. And so we would have had all the barracks that they would have been right in this area, but as you can see it's completely different. And here we got all the kids that are normally drawing with the chokes right here, that they're always having a lot of fun. Until a few minutes ago I was sharing the square with a bunch of kids that they were playing soccer. At this real moment we got everybody that is bringing the dogs out, but it's super quiet. We do have a lot of Airbnbs that are situated around this area, and in my opinion it really makes sense because it's super beautiful, super quiet, and totally laid back. I mean, we are all different, of course, and everybody's got different taste, but this area has got their own charm. The big bell tower right in front of us is the bell tower of San Francesco della Vigna, and look how beautiful this lovely terrace is. There is only one Venice made way to be perfect. Ciao Debra, thank you for supporting us. Folks, thank you for supporting our channel, really much appreciated. That's so now and then we can show you the beauties of Venice. And definitely thank you for supporting I Love You Venice channel. Of course, we are live at the moment in our Facebook page, I Love You Venice, and unfortunately I'm not able to read all the comments in the page of Facebook I Love You Venice, and I'm live in my page Tour Leader Venice in Instagram, and even they are not able to answer to any comment. We are live from the main platform that is YouTube, I Love You Venice, and from there I'm able to read all the comments and answer to everything. I enjoy walking through that part of Venice. It feels eerie, like a ghost town. See, you're definitely right, Basil. This entire area is really a kind of a ghost town, and look, related to ghost town, thank you for the support from the office. Look, Calle del Cimitero, the street of the cemetery. Of course it's not a cemetery anymore, and the entire idea is more birds than people. See, we got two more tourists that they probably got lost in this area because there are literally no sign. You are definitely on your own once that you are coming to this area. But definitely Calle del Cimitero is mainly one reason. We are behind the church because the church is exactly there. We are behind the cemetery, and we are behind the church that used to be a cemetery. When Napoleon, at the beginning of the 1800s, he got right here into Venice, he has been the first one for hygiene reasons that he started to move all the entire cemeteries from the city center of Venice directly into San Michele to protect the Venetians from the different kind of diseases. Of course, you can really see 229 people watching, lots of eyes, absolutely. And so 228 times 2, it makes a lot. Almost 500 and something people. And almost 500 and something eyes. The entire idea Ciao, no problem, Julie. Welcome, welcome to all of you. But as you can see, palaces here, they're slowly getting older. Thank you, Romeo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for supporting us. Really much appreciated. Thank you, grazie mille. And a lot of the palaces, actually, they're getting older from this point on because we're slowly getting into the section where the Sagredo family would have lived, that they were extremely important. And so around this section on, we're going to get buildings that they might be 200, 300, 400 years old. In a second, we're going to see even the prisons that has been created by Napoleon. Yeah, these one are always funny. He was away. It's like, let me show you from the side, but it was definitely a way to prevent mans to pee in the corner, because if we would have pee over there, we would have splashed our knees and our feet. So in this way, we were not going to do the pee over there. Of course, hygiene problems, they were pretty well developed around this area. Yeah, look. As you were saying, Basil, it's a ghost town. There's literally nobody around. There's us and the ghost of Venice, the ghost of Casanova that he might be roaming around. And look, how you will find an address here in Venice that it might be really useful. At this moment, 2776, and we are in the district of Castello, Castle district, because we got the walls that we just saw it. And so you can clearly see again 2778. Look, that's the other thing that is interesting. Let me see if I can focus a little bit. Casa distrutta da una bomba nemica la notte del 27 febbraio 1918, ricostruita in novembre 1922. This house has been destroyed by a bomb of the enemies on the 17th of February. It has been rebuilt in 1922 or 32. But that's another common question that a lot of people, they are normally asking me, if Venice would have been bombed during the first of the going further to our tour, we might be able to see some other areas. Let me see. And so slowly we're continuing to go through. We're still in Calle del Cimitero, the street of the cemetery. Let me change. Oh, here we go. Yeah, look how busy everything is. If you're going to hear a funny noise, cigadas that they are getting really popular. I just shut up a second so you can enjoy the cigadas. Yeah, having cypress trees down this area, it really means that it used to be the cemetery. So for us, every time that you are getting closer, I mean, for us Venetians, or actually people that live in the northern part, having having cypress trees, it means that you are really close to the cemetery. The cigadas that tell you that it's August. Sì, adoro queste piccole cale, sì, sono spettacolari, Ettore. Questa zona. Campo San Francesco is really beautiful. See, Basil is extremely beautiful, and if it happened that you are here in August going into September, the friars, the Franciscan monks, they even open up sometimes the vineyard, and that is spectacular. The vineyard is approximately 1100 years old and 1100 years old, and that is amazing. Absolutely right, Basil. There are no restaurants. Hold on. Right by the church of San Francis or San Francesco, you got no restaurants, but Anna, you don't have any cigadas there. Gotta say that if you live close by cigadas, it might be pretty noisy. And but let's say, look, for Basil that he was complaining, I would love to see the vineyard. I even taste the wine. I would add it up. But if you're going to go down this alley at the real end, you got a bunch of osterias, cicchetti places that are really down to earth, and they are really nice. Yeah, think about that. Right here, Napoleon would have used the entire area here as stable. Yeah, again, look how busy the situation is. No, in this entire section, you're right, Basil, there are no business. Right in front of the Church of St. Francis, we got a little alley, and in the alley we got some schools, but that's it. Yes, that's true. We might get some soon with our climate changes. See, no horse dropping now. No, I hope not. And the entire building that is on our left hand side at the moment, so approximately 200 years ago, he has been changed into a prison by Napoleon. So, of course, in Venice, we would have had what? We would have had different kinds of prisons, especially the one by the Doge's Palace. But each sestiere district quarter, because here actually the district they are called sestieri. Yeah, look how funny that it look like a apple or Batman. The local the local version. Anthony, ieri ho provato un vino del Veneto, un Merlot delle Tre Venezie. Beh, direi che non si sbaglia, che dovrebbe essere, mi sa che era proprio buono. Yeah, the entire idea is that each sestiere, each district, each quarter, he would have had his own, its own prisons actually. Look, think about that. Behind of these walls, we got still one of the most incredible things. So it's a library, and in here we do have still the first edition of the Quran. And that is even more interesting. But what is really amazing is, of course, the facade. Unfortunately, the cloister at the moment is closed, but the cloister that is right over there is phenomenal. And this entire church is one of the most beautiful one. Of course, unfortunately, I cannot fit everything. Give me a second. It's big. Let me see. But especially for some of you that will come from the States, it might remind you the White House in Washington, D.C. And so this entire church has been built up approximately 500 years ago. And as you can see, Renaissance time for the Venetians, but as you can see, it looked like a Greek temple. And so Andrea Palladio was totally in love with the Greek style, and that's the reason why that the entire church looked like a Greek temple. And the architect of the White House, he got inspired directly from this specific church. Let me see. Recently I've been watching crime movies from Donna Leon series, and this place reminds of Commissario Brunetti office. What is the name of the church? Let me see if I can show you. Let's do something really easy. Look, the church is such a beautiful church. See, Linda, you're totally right. What is the name of the church? Let's do it really easy. Campo San Francesco. The square, campo means field. And so a lot of our squares, they are called campo, C-A-M-P-O, that it means a field, because we would have had grass everywhere rather than bricks and stones. San Francesco, San Francis, and that's definitely the name of the church, San Francesco della Vigna. Translated is San Francis of the Vineyard. But hold on, I show you even the plate that is right over there. That's so we are going to take you one of them into a little alley to see one of the most unlucky stone of the entire island. So all the Venetians that they are extremely superstitious, they are normally trying to walk out of that area and not step into that stone, because it's going to bring you bad luck. Give me a second. Wait. It's coming. As you can see, what is really phenomenal, Chiesa di San Francesco della Vigna, built it up on the 14th century, rebuilt by Sansovino on the 16th century. As you can see, we got masterpieces of art of Vivarini, Vittoria, Bellini, Zuccari, Negroponte, Palma il Giovane, Salviati, Lombardo, Grassi, Tintoretto, Pittoni, Franco, Veronese, and Tiepolo. And so definitely, if you're coming this way, you're going to have quite a lot of interesting masterpieces of art. The thing that I like most is definitely the cloister of this church, and knowing that the first Quran ever printed around the world is definitely Venetian and is inside of the library is just amazing. C'è solo una piazza, tutti gli altri sono campi. Bravissimo Anthony. Definitely Anthony is really well prepared that we got only one piazza in Venice, which is Piazza San Marco, St. Mark's Square. All the other squares, they are called Campo or Campiello, field or little field, because the other squares were not big enough. Yeah, look, the situation is extremely busy. Yeah, there are just few and not many, as usual in Italy. Yeah, look how breezy the situation is. Yeah, that's why that the cicadas, they are freaking out. Yeah, it's crazy, 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 this entire area. And so it's gonna be definitely fun to come this spot because they are extremely laid back, and after a big busy day crossing Rialto Bridge with millions of people plus St. Mark's Square, you can really cool off. Got the city of yourself. It seems to be right during the COVID time. There's literally nobody, which is something that I really like, having the city for myself without having anybody around. If I, oh look at the colors of the dusk, that they are just perfect, quiet, lovely, relaxing. Ciao Fred, you made it. Ciao, ciao, welcome, welcome. Oh, let me see if I can show you the entire 360 degrees view. And so we got this pinkish building that it would have been the prison. We're slowly starting to see the entire area that has been used as stables for Napoleon. Let me try to put everything in. Did I miss anything? No. You are just in time. Don't worry. We're still having a lot of things to go through. So we are right by the Church of San Francesco della Vigna. For those of you that are connected, we are live in I Love You Venice YouTube channel, I Love You Venice Facebook page, Tour Leader Venice Instagram page. I cannot read the comments in Facebook or Instagram because we're live directly from YouTube, and we are redirecting everything into the other channels. And look at here, Ponte de San Francesco o del Nuncio, ramo al Ponte di San Francesco. Ramo for us it means branch, so mainly is the side street of the main one. And the other thing, once that you are in Venice, you might find Salisada. That for us it has been one of the first streets that they put the cobblestones. And yeah, Basil, if you came this far, right here we got the butcher, right opposite we got the look at the little girl that she's playing with the dog. She's definitely having a lot of fun. You got the bakery that is just around the corner, all the way down. Oh, look at the little dog. What a happy crew, a happy bunch. Oh, the dog has got a bunch of little ones that they can play together. But if you walk, wait a second, if you walk down the alley over there, right there over there, you got a lovely bar. Just around the corner, you got 3 bars in a row. And if you keep walking that way, you're going to I did walk that way, but who is this butcher? No, nothing. The butcher actually is pretty interesting because they got some interesting cuts. Oh, look, our friend that is having fun with the ball. Oh, ciao. That look. Can we play together? Throw me the ball. I'm ready. Here we go. But is having a lot of fun, as you can see, in a totally deserted Venice. And so the little girls, they are inside, and that is super cute. As I told you, once that you go totally off the beaten path, this is definitely the best way to enjoy the city. And you can really have the entire city for yourself. And so don't think that we are too far from Piazza San Marco. For me, it's probably 10-15 minutes to go from here to St. Mark's Square. We are probably 1.5 blocks, maybe two, from the Church of San Giovanni e Paolo, that is that way, and which is the hospital. And not far from San Giovanni e Paolo, we got even Rialto Bridge. Rialto Bridge is somewhere over there. Let me see. Look, we're going to go into another narrow alley, and halfway through we got a really special stone that is always tricky. See the signal? It was better a few minutes ago. Let me see how we're going to keep everything. Yeah, you will see that this special lovely arch that is standing right in front of us, he has been extremely important for Venice because we created a special chapel. Why is everything closed? Julie, we are in a residential area. We got no shops here. We got only apartments. And this archway, this little gate for us is extremely important because it's like a chapel. It's like going inside of a church. And look, we're starting to see a really interesting. None of the Venetian stone because, well, let me see, right there. Because the legend wants that the Venetians put this stone to stop the Black Death. And so it seems that the Black Death got into the stone. As long as you step in, you're going to get the Black Death for the past 200, 300, 400, 500 years or more. And let me see if you can see a little bit. Let me see if doing anything like this. Oh, look, I know that it's really dark. I try to do my best. But as you can see, we got different kind of lovely paintings that it has been recently restored, and the entire idea is that is like, as I told you, a little shrine, a little chapel to say thanks to the Virgin Mary that she stopped the Black Death many times. And so, as you probably remember, we got to the Church of Santa Maria della Salute, St. Mary of the Health, that on the 21st of November, actually, we do the festival over there. On the 14th of July this year, we done the festival of the Redeemer, and both of the churches actually that has been built up to stop the Black Death. Absolutely. Video maybe not be safe. Okay, and look at here. How amazing, little shrine. Scusa. yeah, I'm always on the way. Wow, amazing. I was close by, but never went down that little path. It's almost impossible to come down this little path. And there is no sign posted at all. And only if you are a local, you're coming this way, or if you got a really good guidebook. But as you can see, it's just beautiful. Even the ceiling is really nice. So if you're coming down this way, pizza deliveries, he just bought something to eat tonight. It wasn't the delivery boy, but he was the owner of the pizza, actually. I would have eaten all the way down, and so I would have reached home without nothing, literally, as usual. I know myself. It's an amazing spot. I definitely agree with you. And so if you're coming this way, just come this way. It's a hidden gem, but we got a lot of hidden gems here in Venice. It's absolutely impossible to keep up with everything. Well, I was pretty lost. I found Campo delle Gatte, but not this little shrine. Campo delle Gatte is good enough, actually, that you found it, but it's always extremely difficult to get it over there. Look. this must be the house of a gondolier. How can you tell? Extremely easy. We have got all the gondolier shirts that they are hanging out. And so, as we mentioned a lot of times, here in Venice you cannot go too sexy sometimes. This is just beautiful of that ceiling and those painting ceiling, but the entire section here is just phenomenal. It's just so beautiful. Let me put you back so you can get the full idea. But this area, I really like it, and the district of Castello is definitely full of lovely surprises. And look, even this, what a lucky little girl grow up in Venice. See. Great to see you again, Igor. It's always my pleasure, Neil. I hope that we're going to see again each other sooner or later. You can never tell. It's such a small world. It has been a pleasure taking your family around, that at least you saw Venice from real, and you was able to see some of the little gems getting totally out all the way. Like beautiful wooden beams that they are still standing here after a long time, actually. And look, let me see how beautiful this area is. In this area we got part of the library, the local library that you can rent your books exactly here. We got the association of the chess player. We got the association of the elderly people. We got the Cavalieri di Malta, the Malta Knights, that they are exactly over there, that you can see the Malta flag. And of course, being lost in Venice is one of the life great pleasure. Absolutely right. Since that we don't have bad district, we don't have bad areas, getting lost in Venice is absolutely delightful and really worth getting lost in this island. Let me turn around a second. That is always funny. But think about that once that you go all the way up this way, you will be facing pretty much San Michele, St. Michael at the end of this canal. If you go left, you're going to hit the, give me a second, the hospital, Fondamenta 9, and you will be right by the water bus stop number 12, and that one is going to take you to Murano, Burano, and so on. We're just behind of the church of San Lorenzo, St. Lawrence Church, and this one is the one that where we buried Marco Polo. That is buried there, but we don't know exactly where, as usual. Italian disorganization. Look. Oh, see. I mean, the balconies here, they are just beautiful. Look how lucky. Wait. Look how lucky this couple is. They can just sit outside there and just enjoy, this incredible canal. Actually, you can just get lost in sempre dritto. See, Miles, you are totally right, actually. You have to know one thing. Let me turn around. If you ask a Venetian, where is, and you don't even finish the sentence, the Venetians, they are going to tell you, over there. They don't even know what you was asking. Where is, that way. Sempre dritto, straight down. Yeah, the other thing that the Venetians, they're not good is directions. Because our way to measure everything is totally different. See, it's Igor with a new haircut. With no hair, literally. Now the thing is, once that you ask us where is that specific thing, how far is, we normally say un ponte nacae. A bridge and a street ahead of you. But it doesn't mean anything. It can be 5 minutes, 20 minutes. But it's like if you ask us, oh, it's really easy. You take the first one right, the second one left, the third one, thank you, one. Not bold, Julie. No, I don't think that it will never happen to be bold, because the entire family, grazie Linda, grazie. No, we got the entire family that we got a lot of hair, white for sure, because I'm definitely turning white, but almost bald. But bold, not for real, just for the summer version, literally. And then let me turn it around. Wait a second. Here we are. Here is good. See, the heat is not good. That's the thing that I cut it down, everything. And it was a disaster. A few days ago, I was like, that's it. Cutting. Let me see if you can get the view. Yep. And so look again how busy this entire area is. We might have a bunch of stray cats so that they're roaming around, but other than that, I don't think that we're going to have much. Let me see. Oh, we are right by the church of San Lorenzo. And so definitely Marco Polo has been buried right here. As you can see, the entire church is totally unfinished. That's the reason why that we got all the bricks that are sticking out, because we're supposed to have put marble plates right in the facade. Of course, having problems with Black Death, money, all these things, we never finish it. But definitely we are pretty sure that Marco Polo is buried inside of this church. We don't know exactly where, but it's somewhere there. And so, grazie, more mods 215, grazie, thank you for the haircut, well, for the compliment, self-made. I reached the point a couple of days ago, and that was it. Razor, that's it. The old wells, they are just amazing, because we do have something like 8,000 cisterns rather than wells, and the entire idea is that 5,000 would have been public, and 3,000 they would have been private. Look about this area. And let me see if you can recognize this spot. Wait a second. At this moment, we can see the church of the Greek Orthodox. I'm dying for a double Peroni at this moment. I'm dying for anything that is liquid, it doesn't matter. Imagine all the tourists all crammed into few streets and canals, and they are missing all of this. Cenotes Blue, I definitely agree with you. Still scared of all the people away. See that as long as I see my face, they're all scared and they're not coming this way. And as è sempre bella Venezia. Sì, direi proprio di sì, sbleffo, soprattutto a queste ore che non c'è nessuno in giro e si sta proprio bene, adesso che c'è anche un refuo di aria. Yeah, at this time of the day, that was Venetian for the non-Venetian friends. Thank you, Charles, thank you. Folks, just to give you the entire idea, and ciao, potete mettere una webcam all'ingresso di Venezia? Non sarebbe male, che così controlliamo i problemi in entrata al Ponte della Libertà. Yeah, the entire idea is that as long as you are getting away from all the big crowds, this is just beautiful and perfect. And all the way down there, you got the Church of the Greeks. That is one of the most important Greek Orthodox churches that we got in this area. And look, we got even the moon that is on our way. That is exactly over there. Let me see, let me ask you, would you like to go still off the beaten path, or would you like to go down to the embankment close by St. Mark's Square? That's thank you, oh why. And so let's check it out, who is winning. Beaten path, or would you like to go down to the embankment to see the sunset by the embankment? Let's check it out if anybody is answering, that's so I can decide which street to go. So, off the beaten path, please. Ciao Peter, ciao, alla prossima. Off the beaten path, stay off the beaten path. Sempre San Marco, è noiosa. And so, definitely, sempre dritto. Yeah. Always straight. I might go right a bit, otherwise I'm gonna smash myself down into the church. And at this point I will show you a bunch of my favorite things. And so one, it's there are bells door. and those are amazing. And we got a doorknob that is really nice. I really like this one. That is really beautiful. That it look like a little devil. Oh, picco picco, picco picchi, you've been to Venice in 2018. Look. And so we are still having a foundry that is called Valese, that is in the Canareggio district, not far from the Jewish district, that they are still producing these metal decorations. But the most beautiful thing is this. There's nothing like this. And in my opinion, they are the most amazing ring bells that we got in the entire planet. Wait a second. Da-da! As you can see, they are extremely nice and beautiful. And the entire street is just fantastic. Without people, you got one of the best view. And so really, really nice. They are definitely cute. I definitely agree with you. They are just fantastic and they are just perfect. Yeah, ciao folks. Thank you for being with I Love You Venice. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for supporting us. And that is definitely... Oh, look at here. It's another lovely little alley. Absolutely, Renato. I like one of those. Anna, if you're coming this way, if you're going to go to the Fonderia Valese, which is, you are in St. Mark's Square, you walk under the arch of the astronomical clock, you walk all the way down. Once that you hit the wall, you go left. At that point, actually, you cross the bridge. Right in front of the Rosa Salva pastry shop, you got Sbleffo. Venezia perde quante strade e ponti sono? Venezia mi perdo, Manuel Candian. Sì, allora sono 150 canali, più di 400 ponti e abbiamo circa 120 isole. Yeah, in Venice we got 120 islands. We got something like 400, more than 400 bridges, and we got 150 canals. And so we started with a bridge, a metal bridge that was coming out, that it was right Canal. And as you can see, this one is another bridge that is sticking out along the embankment, and this is just a beauty. Let me give you another full view. I love Italian pizza. I'm totally addicted with the Italian pizza. And here is 8:35 p.m. I really believe that is pizza time, pizza and beer time at this moment. I really think so. It's always pizza time in Italy. That is good, and that at least you got some importanza a prendere una guida. Sì, Manuela, direi proprio di sì, che così se no altro si va fuori dai sentieri, si va nelle zone meno battute, ma si vede anche una Venezia più vera, ma si gusta sicuramente, invece di andare a incastrarsi in piazza San Marco a Rialto con milioni di persone. Yeah, folks, the entire idea that Manuela was saying, it really makes the difference if you're going to get a guide, because they're going to, doesn't matter if it is me or any of my colleagues, but the most important thing is that they're going to take you away from the big crowds. That so from my point of view, but we're all different, going inside of the Doge's Palace, going inside of St. Mark Basilica, going inside of going to St. Mark's Square, going to the Rialto Bridge. Of course it's a must, but at this specific moment in our life is not enjoyable. Especially because today, the Doge's Palace, I believe that we hit 120 degrees. It really seems to be inside of a fish tank. Everybody was dying. It was really hot. And going out of the way, it really makes the difference. Out with one of the local guides is going to give you the local flavor for sure. You're going to get some little bars that so you can get the local flavor. Look, Whoop. So where we can easily play treasure hunt. Thank you, Carol. Grazie mille. Thank you for supporting us. The signal here might be a little bit funny. Sorry, but at least we try. At this Paolo, St. John and Paul. Yeah, even here is so busy. Look at here. Everywhere we go is super busy. Oh, let me climb this bridge that at least you are able to see the entire view. Wait, sorry. And especially the palaces. No, mods 215 is not fair. Those are some of the the highest palaces that we got in town, and from there the view is just sensational. Just to give you a little bit of ideas, where are we? So we got San Lorenzo, St. Lawrence Church, that is right over there. We got the entire district of Castello. We are still in Castello, and we're moving into, we are at the age between Castello, San Marco and Rialto, and so we are at the age of 3 different sestieri. The entire idea is, wait a second, I need a second, more or less down at the real end of this canal, we got the Marco Polo houses, because Marco Polo was born in Cortula, and so in the area of Croatia, but almost 700 years ago that part, it would have been what? It would have been definitely part of the Venetian Republic, and that's exactly where the Polo houses would have been. And then somewhere over there, more or less, we got Rialto Bridge. And for other aficionados, we are not far from the Libreria Acqua Alta, the famous bookstore that does have a real gondola inside, that in 2019 everything was floating. When is the next walk similar to time would be perfect? Why I were thinking about the 22nd of August. We're still investigating with my agenda. I'm still fighting against my agenda. This year it's a crazy one, and he should be around this time probably. I'm not sure. I need to see a few things. I was in Venice in 1979. Yes, I'm ancient. You are as ancient as me, more or less. In those days, many first floor buildings were vacant because of the water level. Is it the same today? See, Perry, absolutely is exactly the same thing. You can clearly see. Grazie Milan. The entire idea is that the lower floor, if they're not vacant, we elevated everything. That's so in this way, when the water is rising, we're trying to save everything. And the entire idea is that we are blocking off the lower part, and so in this way the water is not going to go. Grazie to all of you. So a few more minutes and then we are almost finished, so you can finish to enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you of course to all of you for coming with us as usual in our Venetian walks. And as you can see, look at the reflections that we're having here, that are just spectacular. For the Venetian lover, as you can see, that bridge is made out of metal, so it's definitely a metal bridge, and so it means that it has been built up by the Austro-Hungarian Empire, so Maximilian, Franz Joseph and Sissi. And the entire idea is for the comics lover, and so especially Corto Maltese, that has been designed by Ugo Pratt. He was definitely putting the Corte Arcana exactly in this building, and that was pretty awesome. At this time of the day, I definitely, ciao Luna. And so at this time of the day, I believe that we got some of the best, grazie Toby. It's definitely the best time of the day. I definitely agree with you, especially because the colors, they are just beautiful. We're starting to have the lights. Grazie mille, grazie mille to all of you. Let me just take you down to San Giovanni e Paolo. West Lawn that we hit. Yeah, for those of you that is the first time that they are joining us, look, per fondamenta nuove. So in this way, if you're going this way, you are going to go down to Fondamental Nuove. Coucou Igor de Beauvais in France. Thank you for this very nice walk in Venezia. Merci le grand Roger. Merci, merci. Merci à vous pour être avec nous ce soir à Venise. J'espère que vous avez bien aimé notre balade. À la prochaine. On ne sait jamais. Peut-être que j'arrive à Beauvais. Tout à fait. Ryanair, il part de Trévise. On peut arriver. Merci. Because it's having quite a lot of kids, a lot of fun, and this is just fantastic. Merci, merci, ciao. Yeah, the entire idea is that having all the kids that they are and then we got a funny signal. Let me see if we can get it back. Give me a second. I don't know if you can still see me. Let me know that the signal is just dropped completely right now. Of course, we're getting into the touristic areas and the entire thing is dropping. Let me see going out of the church if we are able to get the signal back again. Oh, you see, perfect. Grazie, grazie, grazie. Yeah, that's you're good. That's good. Yeah, because the signal from my phone it wasn't working that properly, unfortunately. Yeah, here we go. This is the other area that I really like. It. Of course, we're standing right in front of our hospital, and so pretty much when we got all the emergencies, that's exactly where we are ending up. And so as long that you enter, see more people, more tourists, of course, but it's still a great spot, especially because right now we got a bunch of bars around this area, but the entire area here is definitely phenomenal, as you can see. And so folks, let me find a good spot so I can fit everything in. Folks, thank you for joining us in I Love You Venice channel. Thank you for being with us, connected via Facebook page I Love You Venice. Thank you to be connected to Tour Leader Venice via Instagram. It has been a pleasure taking you around Venice. Grazie, grazie, grazie mille. Stay connected because soon we're going to tell you exactly which itinerary maybe we're going to do. I didn't decide it yet, and so we will see along the way, but definitely grazie mille. And I would like to wish you a great evening to all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really hope to see you really soon here. Grazie mille, buonasera a tutti, ciao!